Hello and welcome to the ABCs of Metal. Today we're starting off with the letter A. Elmo says, A stands for alcohol. Be it mead, rum, whiskey, beer, whoa, beer. So yeah, we're talking about the letter A today, and first up we got to talk about fucking alcohol. You got to have a nice beer when you're listening to some music, when you're at a festival. There's a reason half people are fucking drunk at festivals. That's because of the alcohol. It's abundant. It makes you enjoy things a lot more, and it makes people merry. And if you don't like alcohol, what can I say? I guess you could have avocados. That begins with an A. Elmo says, A also stands for asshole, which is what a lot of drunk people can turn into, but it depends on your kind of drunk. So let's talk about some of the bands that begin with A, and some of the genres, and some bands you should check out, starting with the letter A. So first up, we're talking about alcohol. Rum is a fantastic alcohol. It's probably my favourite. I love spiced rum, I love Kraken, I love Captain Morgan's. Always love a bit of rum. And you know where this is going. You can tell where this is going. I'm going to talk about Alestorm. A funny pirate metal band from Scotland. They're absolutely amazing. I've seen them live hundreds of times and they always make me laugh. I always sing along. Nancy the Tavern Wench. What a fucking amazing sing-along song that is. They just have so much fun on stage and the songs are just super energetic and lively. You would say that this would go into pirate metal, but this is the power metal. Come on. The power of folk. I don't think pirate's a real fucking genre, so we're going to lump them into power. Now, who else is in power beginning with A? Avantasia, an amazing rock opera, metal opera actually, kind of project from Edguy frontman Tobias. They have amazing albums. Ghost Lights is probably the one I'd pick, though the new one is actually fantastic because Hansi from Blind Guardian sings on The Raven Child, and I love that song. It's a great fucking song. But if you've never heard Avantasia and you love power metal and you love just people coming together from other bands, playing music, making good music, check out Avantasia. But the album I'd pick would be Ghost Light, so check that one out for power metal. For Alestorm, I'd probably say check out, it's really hard because I love all the Alestorm albums, but I'd probably say Back Through Time is my favourite because it has Death Throes of the Terror Squid, so I'm going to throw that one as the one you should check out. Now let's talk about some death metal. There's quite a lot of death metal beginning with A, but the one I'm going to choose today is Autopsy. Now this is a traditional, bloody, brutal death metal band. You can tell from the fucking album arts that is, you know what you're getting yourself into. It's dirty, it's brutal, and it's fucking awesome. It's exactly the kind of death metal that I love. If you've never heard an Autopsy album, I'd probably suggest Mental Funeral. It's my favourite, and the album cover's fucking sick. This album is great, and this band just does death metal the way it fucking should be. Definitely check out Autopsy. Now, from brutal death metal, let's talk about melodic death metal. And from pirates, we're going to go straight to Vikings, Amon Amarth, amazing melodic death metal band. And they're not a Viking band, they're a melodic death metal band. And the album I'm going to pick is probably going to be Twilight the Thunder God to check out. I prefer Versus the World, I think that's a bloody banger, but this is still a 10 out of 10 as well. And it has the classic songs on, Twilight the Thunder God, Guardians of Asgard, shit like that. So if you're new into the band, you want to check them out, start with Twilight the Thunder God, I'd say, and then check out Versus the World and be like, holy shit, this is fucking brutal. But yeah, Viking metal, we got some Viking metal, we got some pirate metal, we got some disturbingly brutal death metal, and we got some power metal. What's next? Next, let's talk about black metal, my favourite genre, and Abath. It's gotta be Orbat. Orbath. I don't know how to fucking say it, but he's a lunatic. He's from the band Immortal, and he has 2 studio albums. I'm going to go with the self-titled one because it has the song To War on, and I just love that song. It's a fantastic song. All the songs on this are great. It's like a black and roll kind of band. They have a lot of fun. If you can't get into black metal, try these guys. Try this album, try these guys, because they're more fun, the more entry-level kind of shit. And I think they'll pull you in. I think they'll pull you into the genre. Now, we're going to talk about atmospheric kind of black metal now. And we're going to move on to Agalloch, which are one of my favourite bands today. And I love them. And the album has to be The Mantle. Has to be The Mantle. It's an absolutely beautiful piece of art, this one. Every song just blows you away. It is atmospheric black metal, but sometimes it kind of feels just like folk in parts. So again, this is another great jumping in point to this kind of music. So if you love bands like Burzum and shit, you'll love Agalloch. And if you want to try and get into the genre, I'd try The Mantle and I'd try Abath's album. And then you might find some enjoyment out of the genre, because a lot of people fucking hate black metal. It's hard to get into. It's the hardest genre to get into, in my opinion. But if you try out with these two, you can't go wrong. Next up, let's talk about classic heavy metal, and one of the best, beginning with A, Angel Witch. Angel Witch is a fantastic traditional heavy metal band. They're still making albums today. The album came out last year, and it was still fantastic. The album, I'd say, is going to be a fucking easy one. That's the self-titled. It is the classic. I mean, there's a song called Angel Witch on the album called Angel Witch from the band called Angel Witch, so that's all you need to know. That's all you need to fucking know. Great traditional heavy metal band. If you have never heard of them, please check them out. If you like that old kind of shit. If you like dad rock, check it out, because I love dad rock. And this is the kind of shit I love. Next up, we're going to talk about metalcore, and people are going to crucify me for calling this band metalcore, because they're not anymore. And that's Avenged Sevenfold. They begin with an A. That's probably the biggest band on this list that I just mentioned, I think. Avenged just has thousands of fans, and I'm one of them, which is weird. I'm an Avenged fan. I'm wearing like a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt. I'm talking about Angel Witch. It's a bit weird, but I like pretty much every metal band I've heard, aside from a couple, which Five Finger. But aside from a couple, I still enjoy Avenged Sevenfold, and I actually enjoy their older stuff, the more metalcore stuff. So if you check out, like, City of Evil, that's undoubtedly metalcore. So is Waking the Fallen, so is Sound in the Seventh Trumpet. Those three, I think, pretty metalcore. Everything after is kind of hard rock. I mean, you could argue that this is hard rock as well, and then sure, take it fucking down. Don't need to be a bitch in the comments. And then I'll put Waking the Fallen up there, because it's a great fucking album as well. But yeah, Avenged Sevenfold, I don't see the hate. I don't see the hate for these guys. I think they make great music. If it's about the looks, sure, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But I think they make good music. If you're into something a bit different, rather than just brutal heavy metal, check out Waking the Fallen or check out City of Evil. Although you've probably already heard them, and you've probably already made up your mind if you like them or not. But yeah, just check them out. Fantastic band. Love them. Love their older stuff. Check them out. Elmo says, that's almost time. So we've talked about quite a lot of genres today. We talked about quite a lot of bands from different genres. Some power metal, some brutal death metal, some melodic death metal, some black metal, some metalcore. And we're going to end it with my favourite band, beginning with the letter A. We'll do that on each letter. My favourite band from the letter A is Alcest. They are a black gaze, shoegazy kind of black metal band. But that kind of puts people off. But they kind of do it in a beautiful way, like Death Heaven. But these guys are way better than Death Heaven. And they actually fucking pioneered it, so I always get annoyed when people start talking about Death Heaven, and I'm like, Alcest did it first. But no, Death Heaven's still great. But this band, if you love just fucking relaxing, if you love just having a lovely time listening to some beautiful screams, and then beautiful singing to match the beautiful screams, so if you like shit like Opeth and stuff, I think you'll enjoy Alcest. And the album I'm going to pick is A Calle de Lune. I probably said that wrong, but just, you know from the artwork it's going to be beautiful. It sounds like a Pokemon. You know from the artwork it's going to be a beautiful piece of art. And it is. Every song has its place. Every song is meticulously crafted. And I love them all. I love them all. This album is a treasure to me. It's why it's in my top 5 albums of all fucking time. So yeah, this is a great fucking album. This is easily my favourite, beginning with the letter A. So yeah, those are some shit. So yeah, that was just me rambling about the letter A. Hopefully you had a good time. Put in the comments below what's your favourite band from the letter A, what's your favourite album from the letter A, and some shit that I missed off, because I've obviously missed off hundreds of bands with the letter A. So harass me in the comments. Like, you missed this, fucker! And I'll read them, because it's fun. So yeah, hopefully you had a good time, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.